Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Virgo collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for Virgo here? And yeah, we'll take a real quick look at this first card just so we could dip our toes in energy, see what's going on. Then we'll get into the full reading. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into. Let's get it going, though. What do we have for Virgo, please, my gods? Nice and quick. Let's rock. And I asked and I received. Okay, we got Mr. Bookhead. Not sure if he showed up for you last week. He showed up for somebody, that's for sure. And I was commenting that he's my favorite oracle card out of the whole entire deck. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I get super excited when Bookhead shows up to say hi. So if you did get it 2 weeks in a row, that's absolutely awesome. I think it was an earth sign, but we'll talk about him. Big page type of energy. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So we see this individual. If you're new around here, you may have never seen an image such as this. We have this person, there's stacks of books all around him. He has books in his hands, books for a damn necklace, books for a hat. So we don't have to think too hard about what this card could really be talking about. Education, knowledge, higher education, learning new things. Some of you might just be very curious individuals in this time right now, like consuming knowledge and information. You might be thirsting for things like that. That's a very good type of vibe when this card shows up. Someone who is ready and willing to learn always. You're always a student, right? I'm myself, I'm still a student of many things. But when we see this card, I think of big page energy, so it could link into communication. It reminds me a lot of the Page of Pentacles. So when we see this, yeah, if it's not just learning new things, it could be something connecting to communication or talking as well. So we'll see what shows up in the reading. We're going to put Bookhead down right there, give him a rest so he could put those books down for a minute. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. But yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. Shuffle it up here for the Virgos. My guys, what do we got for my friends? And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. Actually, the last 2 weeks, the energy has really shifted in a very positive way for the Virgos. And it seems like for a while there, we're getting some choppy waters. But last week's reading was titled Big Win Incoming. The week before that was around a win of some sort as well. So the energy shifting in a positive way. If you've been going through a tough time, like I feel like it's shifting towards the Virgo collective in a very nice way. So let's see what we have for you this week. Let's keep it optimistic. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take it how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards though, Virgo. What do we got this week, my gods, for Virgo? We were seeing big improvement. Okay, so we do have the Queen of Swords in position number 1. Interesting. Just place her right there. She's stern. She's strict in her ways. Let's get 2 more. What we got for Virgo, please? Thank you. Beautiful type of energy in the second position. We got the 10 of Pentacles, one of my favorite cards in the deck. You're getting a lot of my favorites this week, Virgo. Let's get you 1 more, and we'll really start to break this down. That Queen is staring that 10 of Pentacles down. 7 of Pentacles, big money here, my friends. Okay, we could be looking at some karmic types of energies. All right, let's talk about this. I feel like we have a lot to really unpack here. Like, look at all this pentacle action. It's like they all meld together in that card. That's an interesting image. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, obviously I noticed this big bundle of pentacles that's happening right here. Looks like 17 pentacles all together. So could be a big focus on the money, the change, the cheddar, cheese, the greenbacks, whatever you call it, the pound sterling. We have tons of money and material focus here. Now, personally, when I read tarot, I think of 2 of the suits as external, 2 of them as internal. Obviously, pentacles and wands are the external world to me. So we do have the realm of the mind, but we have a lot going on here. This could be a person or a mood you're in. Queen of Swords energy could be very good, but let's go through one by one. Interesting stuff. Queen of Swords position number 1. For a portion of you might be connected to an air sign. Doesn't matter, male or female. The Queen of Swords is very strict and stern in her ways. Just like the King, this card could be very plan-based, very determined. But when I see her, I think of someone that is honest, someone that is shrewd, straightforward to the point, serious, stern. There's no BSing with this Queen of Swords energy. So maybe that's a vibe you're getting into or stepping into. All cards have a positive and negative, though. The rougher side of the Queen of Swords could be someone that's been through so much that they've gone cold, or like they're detaching themselves purposefully from emotion here. So we'll see what's up with her. Like I said, it could just be a way you're feeling or even a situation of some sort. We'll have to see, but I don't feel like it's completely bad, because if we look at the flow of the cards and the energy, it's like she has this in her sights. Like she is focused, it's in my sights. In the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Let's talk about this card. Dynamic type of energy, in my opinion. There could be a very large influx of money when this card shows up. A lot of you could have some sort of level up, some come up of some sort. We think of increases, we think of gains when this card shows up in the upright. This card could also link to the family. This is a legacy type of card as well, like the future, your legacy, what you're leaving for others. When I see the 10 of Pentacles, if it's not family and home, I just think of very sturdy, long-lasting type of energy. So a lot of you could have your mind in the long game or on the long game in some sort of way. But this even bodes well for short term. When I see this 10 of Pentacles, it's just beautiful vibes. Almost wish fulfillment like the 10 of Cups. So we'll have to see what that's about. It looks like we're going to continue with that winning, victorious, triumphant energy again. Moving to the back end, this is where it gets interesting. We have the 7 of Pentacles. I mean, the whole thing's interesting in my opinion. When I see the 7 of Pentacles, yes, you see that person, they're like waiting by this bush. It's a card of patience. This to me does also speak about a connection with nature, whether it's something you're seeking or you need. The 7 of Pentacles is all about that tight connection with nature. So if you've been going through a tough time, maybe you need to refresh your energy out there in the trees. But to me, this card could also be gardening, patience, being tested. This is, once again, a long game type of card. It takes a while for these pentacles to bloom, but eventually they do. So I also see this card as representing rewards and payoffs. The 7 of Pentacles is also one of the biggest karmic cards in the whole entire deck. You reap what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. So we could have some karmic archetypes to take a look at here on the back end. And I want to do that. Let's dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're going to get a good shuffle here, my friends. Let's see what we got for you. Lots of nice earthy energy. What do we got for Virgo? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Swords time. Thank you. Okay, slow and steady. This is somebody who is not in a rush or does not want to be rushed in any sort of way. We have the 8 of Wands in reverse underneath this Queen of Swords. There could be somebody that you are not speaking to or not wanting to speak to. I'm getting somebody possibly ignoring a person or blocking them. That's a vibe I'm getting here. Totally different than what I was initially feeling. I feel like it's those two major things. For a portion of you, there could be a literal person that you're like, all right, I can't talk to this person right now. Or there's big communication blockages. If it's not that, a lot of you might be very content to take your time with something. Like, okay, no, I'm fine. I'm patient. I'll wait if it's worth it. Like, that's a vibe I'm picking up here, which is not a bad thing. Now, the 8 of Wands, like I was saying, it's all about communication. It's all about forward movement, forward momentum. So in the reverse, like, those are just the main vibes I'm getting. Very simple, straightforward type of energy here. I feel like we don't really need to fish around in the energy to pull out the message. It's either communication-based, ignoring, blocking, or someone who's very content to take their time for whatever reason. So let's go in on that 10 of Pentacles. And that doesn't mean that this energy will never flip back around and progress will be made. I'll just say that. but the seriousness, the sternness of this Queen of Swords, like there is something she's very focused on. Like this energy is very focused here, but it's not focused on that. Okay, so if you're having issues connecting or speaking with somebody, their focus might be elsewhere. Let's go in on that Ten of Pentacles. Lots of different things popping up now. What's that Ten of Pentacles here? Cute. Yeah, this, I mean, Virgo, it doesn't get much more better than this in my opinion. Okay, we have the Two of Swords in the upright underneath this Ten of Pentacles. That's good to me. To me, this is my card of the surprising. It's my card of the unexpected. Now, some readers do also read this card as like confusion, someone who's indecisive. So I'm getting two main messages here. The main one I feel like is very good. For a lot of you, something could turn out surprisingly well or surprisingly good. Like this could be a surprising winner victory or an unexpected one where the results are way better than you even thought they would be. That could absolutely be it right here. And I would claim that. But for a portion of you, if you do have your mind set in the long game, years, like 5-year plan, 10-year plan, there might be some indecision or confusion about how you're going to reach a certain level. Like, okay, how am I going to make this happen? How am I going to reach this? How am I going to, whether it's your savings, whether it's relationship goals, that's just the vibe I'm getting here. But it will get figured out. I do feel like this energy, if you are having confusion about anything in the future, it will get figured out and ironed out. But the main thing I'm picking up here is a lot of you, something could turn out way better than you could even expect. Like surprising, unexpected victories could show up. So we're getting a triple down from the energy we had the last 2 weeks. Let's go in on that Seven of Pentacles. And I do feel like a lot of you were very patient, okay? Whether it is the realm of relationships, money, finance, you are patient, diligent enough, and you may be rewarded here. So let's see what's up with that Seven of Pentacles. Then we'll do a recap before we get into the shadow card. Super interesting here. Okay, don't give up on something. There might be some, I mean, it really depends on what you're going through, really. I can't tell you that. But I am getting the vibe of someone who is tempted to give up on something, whether it's a goal, an aspiration, a person. We have the Eight of Cups in the upright underneath the Seven of Pentacles. Someone getting impatient or tired of waiting for something. That could be it. Also, let's point out that we have repeating eights showing up now here as well. I don't feel like this is somebody trying to escape karma. This could be a person that you're connected to. Not that they're trying to escape karma. There might be a person that is a big shortcut taker. You know, those type of individuals where there's always a shortcut. There's always a play. There's always a little this or a little catch. Like I'm kind of picking up this energy on the back end. So watch out for individuals like this in this time. But there might be something you are tempted to like completely give up on. Okay, and then you would know your situation best, or something might pop up in the coming days and weeks where you're like, okay, yeah, I'm good for whatever reason, okay, whether it is monetary, relationship, or whatever. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, Virgo. Interesting stuff this week. Let's go through before we get the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the Queen of Swords with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Initially, to me, it was two main messages. One, there might be someone that you're purposely ignoring or blocking out or not wanting to speak to for whatever reason. For a portion of you, I did feel like this is someone who is very content to take their time, okay? Like patience. I'll see this through if it's worth it till the end. In the center, this is where we get really good energy, because on the ends with the eights, that's where we're getting a little diciness. But the center, we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Swords in the upright. Two main messages here. One, either something could go unexpectedly or surprisingly better than you think, like a victory or a triumph of some sort. I can't use win again because you've been having so many of them recently. But like there is this edge of mystery for a portion of you. Maybe there's something about the future or something coming up down the line where you're confused about how you're going to reach it or achieve it or get it. Moving to the back end, we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups in the upright. Somebody simply losing patience, possibly wanting to give up on something, okay? So whether that's somebody else, whether that's something you're feeling in this time, there could be a temptation to walk from something. Now, another vibe I'm picking up aside from all that, watch any individuals that are always taking shortcuts or very shifty. That's something I picked up as well. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you a shadow card here. Very interesting stuff, my friends. Let's see what's in the shadows for Virgo. And I always like to pull one shadow card. I feel like it's nice and introspective. Let's see what's going on in the shadows. Whether it's something within yourself, something you don't quite see. Let's see what's in shadows for you. What do we got for Virgo, please? Using the Shadowland Tarot, as always. Spooky imagery, but it does its thing. It talks. Wow, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the shadows. Okay, so maybe this is Spirit asking you to be a little more patient with something or wait something out a little more, especially with the message we were getting up here in the front end. Because for the shadow, we got the Seven of Pentacles once again. So let's clear these cards out and talk about it. Now, I feel like recently I've been getting some advice in the shadow cards as well as the shadow side. So take whatever hits for you. But the advice that this card gives, simply, I already said it. Spirit might be telling you wait a little bit longer or have some patience. We did see that theme in the reading this week. So if you are tempted about giving up on something, you might want to hold off on that for whatever reason. For the time being, not saying never. Now, this could speak about some sort of karmic connection, karmic lesson that you could be going through, or even a cycle, okay? When it shows up in its shadow side. A shadow side of this too could represent an individual in your life that is very unpredictable and sporadic. Because remember, the shadow side is the reverse way of this card. So Spirit could be warning you about people like that. We've been getting sprinklings of it throughout the reading this week. So take from it what you will, Virgo. Maybe you just need to hold out a little bit longer. But yeah, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.